Hi everybody, welcome to Whisky Mystery. I'm Phil.
I'm Deep.
I'm pretty sure I've forgotten something today because that was a rush to set up. But what are we doing? We are blind tasting. I think we drank too much again.
Nice.
Bottle number 201. And
It was damn you forgot us.
yeah, they always take a bit of time to figure out though, don't they? We both went for a nice run this morning. Feeling inspired by the Olympics. Feeling a bit sad that it's over. But anyway, another 3 years for the next one. Let's get the viscometer going. Oh, you can't quite see the start of the viscometer today, so you'll have to trust me. And go. Let's see what we are going to get. For the next 12 minutes, we are going to nose it, taste it, rank it somewhere on the shelf. Is this 201 or 202? This is bottle number 202. Picked by, who picked this one? Who picked it?
Me.
Picked by Deepa. Well, Deepa didn't pick a sulphury, smoky, springbanky, funky, peaty one, I don't think. So,
Forgot.
Deepa's closed captions, live captions aren't working. You know Deepa's deaf, so she has live captions running so that she can hopefully follow along with the rubbish that I'm speaking. How's everybody doing? Who's in? Petehead. See, Petehead's in. Yesterday's glass. See, it's all vanilla today, isn't it? We were having this debate yesterday. It's like, is this sherry or is it ex-bourbon? And we thought it was sherry, but then every time we sort of got through the finish, we're like, but there is a lot of vanilla in here as well. Now, we've had that before when you have an ex-bourbon barrel finished in sherry. Oh, in fact, that reminds me of the Glenbergie. We'll do a blind taste with that. Oh, notice Cadenhead.
It's really good. I like it.
Deepa really likes it.
It's a very good quality cereal.
It really reminds us of a bear barley, a Bruichladdich bear barley type of whiskey. So if you like that type of whiskey, give Cadenhead's 10 a go. But anyway, it is just on the shelf. So it's almost like the, it's good. Good enough to just make it on the shelf, but...
I'm getting a flower.
Touch of flower, touch of floral. I'm getting more sweet stuff than anything. It's a little bit caramel with vanilla. Okay, let's see what we get in the bubbles while the viscometer ticks away. The viscometer we are comparing to Russian standard vodka at 40% for a viscosity measure. Well, those bubbles are big.
It's amber color.
Amber. I think it's even darker, isn't it? It's actually quite dark. So it definitely looks like it should have sherry. Oh, it's quite punchy, strong as well. Right, bubbles. Let's go for the bubble factor. Let's see. Let's go straight in at 50%. Compared to 50%, if anything, I would say it's higher because those bubbles look bigger, like more treacly. They look like boiling sugar when it's high ABV. Here's 56. How's that comparing? Yes, it's a bit more like boiling sugar, isn't it? Boiling syrup. So I think we are mid-50s, visually at least.
I see a boiling syrup. I just bought it fresh.
Hold on a second. I just got to watch the viscometer. Coming in at 345. 345 compared to Russian standard vodka 40%. That is about 107%. So about 7% more viscous than 40% vodka, which is sort of perfectly average. We've had a lot of whiskies that have come in at about 106, 107%. So that seems to be the going rate.
Nice, make the boiling sugar immersion.
No, I was talking about visually. When not the taste at all. I'm saying when you shake these bubbles, when it's high ABV, it looks like more like sugar.
But anyway, I'm getting boiling sugar.
So if I say
Freshly boiled.
it is sweet, but there is a not quite funky, but there is a dark mustiness about
There's
it.
definitely some sherry in it. It's almost pocket a chemistry app.
A chemistry lab. Yeah, good guess, Petehead. Bishop Burnboy's in with Craig Ellicky 16. Could be. Let's see. Craig Ellicky is typically grassy, isn't it?
Dust of egg. I don't suffer
egg.
very subtle.
I'm not getting sulfury stuff the way I would have got that on that old Craig Ellicky that we had. But it is good.
Of stark sugar.
So, is it sherry? Oops. Or is it some kind of virgin oak ex-bourbon? Because we've had that mistake before. We've had every mistake before.
Musty. It's like walking polished
Polished leather. It doesn't seem overly complex, but there is a bit of oakiness on it. So older, maybe. See, now I'm not obviously getting sherry. I'm going to just stick my nose in something which I know is sherry.
I'm definitely getting some sherry. Reefer or also.
So this is leaning towards this idea that it is maybe ex-bourbon, which has a sherry finish, right? Or maybe it's a refill sherry, or maybe it's not sherry at all. Right, let's go for the water version.
Mint.
We haven't tasted yet. Oh, you're still on nose notes? Oh, okay. With the water, I'm getting the minty pineapple.
Wow.
Whereas...
Wow, that is very different.
This is much darker, almost dark chocolate, sugar. Maybe not quite dark chocolate, but...
Sweet, dry.
Dry hay. I must admit, I like the nose on it with a lot of water better. It lightens it a bit.
Moist.
Not mistakes, learning opportunities. Yes, an unending supply. Bishop Burnboy. Okay. My initial reaction is like, oh, not much going on there. I know that's the really watery version. But even with other watery version whiskies, you get more out of it. That was initially a little bit disappointing, like, oh, not much to go on. A bit old apple, meaning an apple that isn't quite fresh. Did you like it?
It's too much water.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm not picking out flavors, nothing really top out, but mostly grassy.
This has a drop of water in now. Let's just go cask strength sip to see what we think of the power. Too much for me.
55.
Yeah. 54, 55, 56 maybe, but I tend to be a bit sensitive. Could be 52, 53. So I'm thinking more, it's closer to mid 50s than low 50s.
The background, vanilla, but the front is more sherry.
Well, we did call it pine caramel, and I am getting that kind of pine needle, slightly resiny version now. This has a drop of water. I wouldn't say I'm overly wowed by it. I think it's very good, but I'm not feeling like I think that's because
when I'm able to pick up fruit, it's very thick.
It's a bit vague, but I'm saying it's more like just a one note kind of whiskey. A very good quality one note whiskey, but not one note, one journey. Just one arc. So let's see what is that arc?
Vanilla, English.
Yeah, sweet up front. And then it does go into a sort of a licorice over the top. Finishes a little bitter. And kind of short. It's like one of those short golf shots. No, I don't actually play golf. At the driving range, though. Where you think you're going to hit a big driver and it just goes, ooh, boop. You know, oh, not as good as I was expecting.
I was 10 to 15 years. No more than that.
So we think not that old. It is good. It is good, but is it better than time? Oops, yes, time for a comparison. Now, these aren't as strong. Better or worse? Oh yeah, much more sherry.
Stronger.
Not stronger. That is definitely more sherry, darker, richer. I would prefer that.
Me too. Oh, then so my worker on the
Yeah. That is Bunnahabhain 18. Can you do me a favour and just get that Glenburgie? Because I forgot to pour some. Because this is ex-bourbon for how many years? I think it was 11 years ex-bourbon and 3 sherry, something like that. Cadenhead Warehouse. Now this is 54%, so it'll give us a good alcohol check as well. Oh, we're almost time up. You can have a little look at that. So 54%. So it doesn't smell as sherried either. Oh, that's quite grassy, isn't it? In fact.
Okay, there's more depth in it.
More depth. Okay, back to today's. Oh, time is up.
If 54 and got to be 42.
Oh, I was going to say this is stronger.
Maybe because of the pepper, it's very spicy.
Oh, they're very similar. Which one do you actually prefer?
I prefer this.
I was borderline, as I could go either way on this.
I prefer Arran.
Okay, can you put that back up? So, what does that mean? So in terms of it... No, just leave that one. Deepa just wants to drink the Cadenhead. I would say it's definitely not as good as the Bunna 18. And it's quite close to that. So probably on the shelf. You might prefer Kinahan's 10. Let's have a look at the picture. Well, I did paint quite a bit of green pine needle and peppery, quite spicy peppery finish on it actually. So maybe there's European oak involved here, but it does have this sherry base, but then there's vanilla as well. So what are we thinking?
That
aged barrel taste, so there is some oakiness to it.
Vanilla on the secondary.
Yeah, vanilla comes up later. Oh, you've also written boring.
But no, but because that is one direction.
Yes, that's true. One Direction. That's a band, but Deepa won't know. Sherry finish. I'm not actually getting any sulphur notes. I know you've said sulphury, but
it's very subtle. It's there. That's why it's good. A touch of sherry in it.
Yeah, I actually think it's a very clean sherry though, with more grassy stems than sulphur. I think it might be this Bunna PX.
But it's not that. There's no prune or raisin with our nuts.
I'm just guessing only because it's a PX finish and therefore it's probably mostly
for 3 years.
Ex-Bourbon. No, I don't know how long this could be months. I've no idea how long this is. Anyway, it could be that. What have we got on the paper? We have a PX 10-year-old Deanston, but it's 57%. I've no idea about Ben Romack other than I just kind of threw it in there.
57 is 58 ABV.
58. 56% Craig Ellicky 16, and this is from a sherry butt. It could be that. There is another Ben Nevis at 55.6. Paul John, 7-year-old Indian whiskey.
Not spicy, not exotic.
This is a Glenrothes, which is a sherried whiskey. 56%, a Cadenhead. There's a Longmorn 14 at 54.9%. And then...
Oh, I give up 14.
There's a Tormore, but it's 30 years old, 55.8%. It can't be that, can it?
Why not?
30 years old.
Oh, no.
At least we hope it's not that. Well, it says sherry butt. Oh no, sorry, it says refill barrel. 243. That might be ex-bourbon, in fact. It may not be sherry. Right, get your guesses in, everybody. What are you guessing? Lucas is shouting out Kleinlich Signatory. Is that a sherry barrel? Maybe it is. Jerry Miller. Seems a decent guess, as it is a finish. I never look at the spreadsheet. Okay, let's bring this spreadsheet up there for Petehead. Let's see. So I'm thinking it is in the mid-50s. So, anything here? Edward Hour? No, it wasn't funky enough. I don't think it's this high an ABV. But you could guess otherwise. See, that Deanston I think is probably too high. I think we're in this range. This one could be the Glenrothes. Oh, Little Mill. 29 years old. Hopefully not. Hopefully not that either. Don't think it's the Deanston, because that was quite funky when we had it in another blind lineup. Bunna. Right. I'm going with my initial gut reaction. You seem to have 5 choices on your side. Okay, so not Craig Ellicky. Actually, Craig Ellicky is kind of on my mind as a second. So we're not saying any of these. Deepa is going with the Longmorn. Last sip before we reveal.
It's nice. It's beautiful, clean.
It is clean. See, no sulfur.
But no, I'm definitely get a touch of this.
It has a little bit of earthy charm. Overall, it's actually quite bright, isn't it?
Yes.
It's quite, well, the pine needle thing. It's brighter than it is dark.
The finish is shot.
And the Bunnahabhain 18 was much darker. So this is a lighter version. Right, are we ready? What are the guesses? Top Shelf Dustin's in. Did you get a guess in, Dustin? Sticking with the Craig Ellicky, Bishop Burnboy. Let's see. Glenrothes, Daniel is taking a guess at. Oh, Lucas, I think it's a rum cask. Pine caramel sounds very much like rum. Do we have a rum cask? No one said the Longmorn. Oh, so maybe Petehead, you've joined in with Deepa. Could be. Right. I think we are ready for the reveal. So it's just on the shelf.
Only because, but if it was got time, then it will be moved on.
Well, is it long? Actually, we've both picked 14-year-olds, I think. Is mine 14?
Yeah, I think 14.
03 to 17, yes, so about 14 years. How much would you pay for this?
Nothing. But
Deepa would pay nothing.
No. I mean, I like it. Okay.
Okay, you mean you don't want it again?
No, but because I've got, but for my friend.
Just say, what is the value of this bottle? This bottle, sorry.
80. 75, 80.
Cask strength. Good quality.
It's really, it's good.
I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better than things like the Glenbergie that we've had, and they were about 120. No, 150.
And it's about $80.
Deepa says 80. I say more like 140, 150.
But that's zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. Oh.
52.
52%. That's not that then, is it? It's actually lower ABV.
55.
52. Shall we have a a revisit? Where's the spreadsheet? Oh, this has made things interesting. What can it be at 52? I'm worried now. Springbank.
Oh, buddy.
Springbank local barley. No, that's too high. Bruichladdich, Arran, single grain. Wow, it could be.
Give a boutique.
I can tell you we don't have the bottles up. Boutique is a Bruichladdich. I don't think it's sherry. Could be the Arran. Where's the Arran? Let's. But this Arran is ex-bourbon. I did say though it could be an ex-bourbon and not sherry at all. No, is it? How old is this? This is yeah, like a 15-year. I'm saying it could be the Arran now.
Boutique.
You're going for the boutique whiskey. Okay, 52%. 15 years old. $137. It is an island whiskey and it is from Arran. Well, I cannot claim that to be a win. Wow, it's ex-bourbon. Oh, this is the really dark ex-bourbon bottle.
No wonder.
Intermission. Apologies if you've seen this video before. Hold tight. Yeah. Are the American bourbons, strangely enough. Because they have these. Those are Australian dollar prices, so about 0.7, 0.75%.
Probably, but next Tuesday's a long way away. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll probably be there for it, but yeah, I'll see between now and then. Yeah, Tuesday's a very...
I might roll the dice on one, let's see. Steve's saying it's really not available. Lottery picks when I do see it. Okay, I'm going to go with George T. Stagg.
It's the best rainbow ever. No, now it's the best rainbow ever. The best double rainbow ever.
Okay. Oh, hang on, we got two Arrans. Of course.
But Ex-Bourbon.
To compare it to the Arran 14, which we've put at number, what, 5 or 6th place?
But I'm no sherry in it.
So this is a 1996 Arran. Single cask, 15 years old. Wasn't actually that expensive. It was $137. So at least it satisfies my pricing, if not Deepa's. Let's have a look at the label. Cask number. So it is a bourbon cask. So bottle date, so 2012 from 96. So when did Arran first start? This has got to be a fairly early Arran, hasn't it? What year did Arran start? Someone look that one up. So one of 186 bottles, an even 52%. Do we have anything interesting on the back? I don't really think so. But look at the colour of it.
Are you telling me there's no sherry in it?
This is not a sherry whiskey. No. That is ex-bourbon. Now, it could be fresh bourbon. Bourbon cask. Is it possible that it is... I mean...
It is today stick.
Yeah.
But the color is very dark. It's a butter.
Yeah, but if you look at the neck, though, it looks similar. We opened this in October 20. Right. So, 52%. Before I have another taste of that, I'm going to taste the Arran 14. It's too strong. Go with this one first. Oh, yeah. Much more pineapples. Obviously coming off the higher ABV.
It
seems lighter.
It is good, but again, it's what linear.
Yes. So let's go with today's.
I got a touch of sulfur or something, and on something chemical. It's very faint. It's about not in a bad way.
I have to say, by comparison, this does smell winey.
White
Surprise.
wine.
But we have made... I wonder if it's virgin oak. For that long?
Okay, funny now. It never come in the beginning or will come in the second half or towards the finish.
It's actually tasting pretty good now. Aquami. Let's see. This must have
Okay, a
been...
bit more for it.
This must have been a new Olympic record for the stairs. Yeah. I had one of those 1996, but a French store pick. Ah, Greg. So it must be very similar. Petehead, that wasn't the best rainbow ever. I once seen a double intertwined with a second or third slightly apart. And now you're just making rainbow stories up now, Petehead. That can't be possible.
But the Olympic, funny.
Arran, so Arran started in 95. Yeah, We Want Freedom, that is very dark for a bourbon cask. I know. It's like a bourbon, an actual bourbon, isn't it? It is funny. We always talk about how dark something is when if it's a bourbon like this, bourbon cask, we're always surprised at this kind of color. But for an actual bourbon, this is relatively light. In 1994, Arran Distillers was founded. So this must be one of the very early distillations. Suspiciously dark. I wonder if there's a... Yeah. Char can do a lot for colour. That's true. It could be a recharred or, yeah, heavily charred. Jerry Miller. I see that chat coming in. It'll pop up in a second. I'm just wanting to see, yeah, maybe recharred. Looking at that colour, all the Dalmore range is bourbon cask as well. That's true. It doesn't say. Does it say anything about colour? No added colour. Does it say anything?
Oh,
I'm sure it's not if it's a single cask, but you never know.
no
Isaiah, yes, Dalmore is kind of a running joke about how much E150 caramel colour they put in. Of course, we don't know. Jerry Miller, thank you very much. Okay.
And here, imagine that's a guy, but here, there's no messing.
You need to write down 2 Jerry Millers. Jerry Miller. So it doesn't say anything about unchill filtered or anything. I'm just presuming, but
We have Arran at the top shelf 40 years as well.
let me see if there's anything on the box. Arran single cask. I don't think it's signed by James McTaggart in here. I don't think it says anything about. Well, I think it's worth the money.
We have another 40 years at the top shelf, Arran.
No, it's this one, Deepa.
Oh,
What do you mean another one?
Get right, this one.
It's this. We were already drinking it. Have you already forgotten that you were just tasting it?
No, I was tasting this.
Well, you had one of each.
No, I did not this one. No.
Shall we rewind the video? This is just Deepa pretending she doesn't remember so she can drink more. Let's see. Whiskey Mystery from Petehead. Was not making that up. That's okay. I was only joking, Petehead. I trust you that it was real. Let's see. And do we have any more info? I don't think anyone got it before the reveal started. Group pick. Still blows my mind that the Scotch makers still allow food colouring. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, Dustin? Why? I mean, when everything else is about integrity, then why? I can understand why blends want the ability to make all the bottles look the same. So that's why. And blends, let's face it, are what, 90% of the market. So that is why. Money. You have to check out maybe on Whiskey Base, which isn't 100% reliable, but interesting for references if someone has the bottle. Oh yeah, good idea. 2 Jerry Millers. That's too many from Nurse Dave. Right, I think we do a group pick. So start shouting out. Whiskey 101 has started with Deepa side. Next we want a top or bottom shelf. Let's see who gets in first.
Oh, in the middle.
Greg. Okay, Greg says he got it when I said 52%. Go on then, Greg. You can join in the group pick. Last bottle. Right, so we have Deepa side, last bottle. Last bottle on which, top or bottom? I will get the pen ready. 1 out of 3, Greg. Yeah. Under the Ardmore. Right, last bottle. Under the Ardmore. Well, we're kind of in there. Go and grab something in there. Good enough. That's what we're getting. Bottle number 203. Group pick.
I thought the 14 is, yeah, for 14 years.
Did you like it?
I like it, but I was just surprised that it's very, yeah. It's fresh, but yeah.
No, that's fantastic.
It is good, it's good. I mean, I like both.
It's gentle,
Yes.
but it's complex. This is less gentle because of the ABV. I would swear there's some kind of sherry in that.
Yeah, there is some sherry and some, maybe the
It's not as complex. There again, it's a single barrel.
yeah, but there is plenty.
Okay, hang on. Let's do Deepa's favourite thing. You know how much she likes it when I mix whiskies together.
No. It's a disaster.
I think I need a bit more Arran 40.
But a piece of whiskey.
See, the more Deepa dislikes it, the more I want to do it now. It's going to be like a stronger version of the 14. Deepa just cannot allow herself to like it, even though it's still a single malt. Right.
No, I prefer the more than is combination.
Group pick 203. Are we ready? Please be a bourbon, Whiskey 101. Heels, please. Oh, yeah. Not much left.
That's why I'm upset. I mean, we've got only that much. And you play
Phil,
with it.
that's a cocktail now. Just put a paper umbrella in it and pass it to Deepa.
Yeah, Amanika.
Right. Master blender in the making. Yes, okay. I think not. Here we go. Bottle number 203. We really do deserve a bourbon. I'm almost missing bourbon. It's been so long. And that's not one, is it? That is not a bourbon. What are we going to get for bottle number 203 for Thursday? Oh, completely different. That's like grass and petrol. Go on then, have a taste. Thanks everyone for watching. It tastes like grass and petrol as well. That's such a gear change from what we've just been tasting. It just continues to amaze how different whiskies can be.
But I read up.
What the hell is that?
I thought whiskey is that fun. Damn it,
One-dimensional whiskey?
That's bad flavor, but wow. And the whiskey for, oh, yes, each whiskey is very, very different. And I like all of them.
Again, I don't think I've tasted anything like that before. And I know what you have right before pushes the flavors, but that comes across as something very unusual. Almonds, grass,
Okay, vanilla.
and petrol. Right, over to the chat before we go. Yep, a pale bourbon. It could be. Nurse Dave, I drank mezcal for the first time on Friday. There's a whole new world there. I've never tried it. Oh no, don't mix. I know, exactly. Looks smoky? No, not getting smoky either. Grass and petrol. There's a money whiskey for you.
Much left.
Southern Isla, it seems. Could be Dustin. No, not getting Pete though. We all agree. Whiskey mystery. So there's no way we can stop at 300. Just to be clear, you better start planning more shopping. Fujikai 10. Christopher Samolka is saying, is that an actual whiskey?
Oh, there's the new butter.
Now I feel like I want to try that.
Yes.
Falscraft, that was fun. And I'm happy I joined in despite of being tired. Well, thanks, Falscraft.
Oh,
I appreciate it. Good night to you. I think we are all caught up. Is it a grain maybe? Could be a Kwame. Everyone's like, we're rolling into the next tasting, aren't we? We will see you on Thursday to find out what grassy petrol is going to be. I'm going to have to call it that now because that's the first thought. What are we doing for the rest of today? There's no Olympics to watch.
Oh yeah, but is it the closing ceremony?
Closing ceremony.
But the world got us.
But if there's no audience, it would be a bit sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
What did you like the best? I liked the 400 meter hurdles world record with what's his name from Norway. That was pretty amazing.
Oh, but it.
No, it wasn't Jakob Ingebrigtsen. That was the 1500 meters. That was also good. I've forgotten Carlston. What was the name? Anyway, go and look up the 400 meter men's hurdles.
A 3 year.
Yeah, world record. Karsten Vorheim. That name doesn't feel right, but anyway, it's just come to my mind. Right, we'll see you all on Thursday. No one is correcting me. Right. Bye for now. What is the new one though?